Hey,
Mike.
Mike.
Mike, I'm here too. I'm filming.
Mike, we're waiting for a good price on some rock crawler lift kits. Let me know, Mike.
Yeah, start with mine.
Yeah, so we're working on Wild Bill's axles today. Show you. We just got done assembling the Johnny joints for the uppers. Yesterday we put the E-locker in the front. So you got the little pigtail here. We tested it, works good. Waiting on the ball joint deletes. They didn't ship the other day, but they'll be coming. Yep, so that's it. We're doing some work on Rick's JK front axle. Got my truck in the garage. Rubicon Dana 44, which we're going to be putting ball joint deletes in now.
And what's weird is you see a gap.
And that's it. Got the growler in the shop, just sitting here taking up space.
The boot usually hides.
I'll send you this, and we'll hope to see you soon. I'm glad you got to see the meeting last night.
You're turning the knuckle and you. All right, the axle is sitting here. Went with Allen cap screws all the way around. This cover's been torqued with a lube locker gasket. There's no 80-90 oil. I got to get that. That's easy to add. Took a little time to clean out where the cups are going to be pressed in on the C's on both sides. You can see it right there. So after lunch, we'll be working on pressing these ball joint deletes in, following the directions, torquing them. We want to put the RCV axle shafts in. There they are right there. The knuckles, the unit bearings, and pretty much, we're pretty much there. I mean, I knew this wasn't going to be particularly hard, but it was just good to for all of us to get together and work on this axle as well as Wild Bill's 1-ton. So Mike's over here working on this 1-ton, very carefully using a tap. He's really trying to get this thing threaded so that he can get the 90-degree air fitting in there for the axle vent. That's what's going on right here. Just a look at the studs for the ball joint deletes. These will go through the cups. You can see they've got some washers and O-rings. These are the lowers right here. You can tell by the very shallow nylon lock nut. Oh, lunch is here.
Take a look
it's
from
really
both
important
sides.
that it
Yeah, no, it
presses
looks
in.
right.
I don't know.
It
I don't
does
know how
say if
straight
it's
that
going a little
looks.
crooked. It's definitely going crooked now.
Yeah.
Right. I can see it.
So
pitched
the
towards
taper's
bell.
here. So this bottom cup is right. The question is just getting this where it's straight.
Come off it.
Yeah, I'm off it.
That's always the hard part, getting it started.
Once I think you get it started, it should just follow suit.
I just let that spin over there.
Yeah, once it gets over there. All right, that looks actually like it's going in pretty good.
Is it?
So this is kind of an interesting configuration that we had to do to try to get this set up where we can press this bottom cup into the lower
I think
C.
it's going, looks like it's, is it going in crooked, guys? Look here and here, on this side. On this side, it looks crooked to me.
Jeez.
Holding up the shovel.
Jesus.
Let's bury that thing right till it hits that shoulder.
Yeah, it's going a lot better now.
Yeah, hang on,
It'll-
because this thing's wandering a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just watching.
Almost there.
Looks like you got it right there. Right?
That's it. All right.
So if you look at that cup, it should be right up against the seat.
I can feel it stop moving.
Okay.
Whole thing over to just do the other one. So, you can
So
keep an
we're
eye on
doing the
hole.
lowers. We did the lower on the driver's side. Now we're doing the passenger side. The lowers have a nice cup, so it kind of finds
I'll get
its
my right arm to work
center and
out.
gets seated in. I'm holding the C bracket with a pipe wrench. Bill is eyeballing it, making sure we're going in straight, and Mike's driving this thing home until it bottoms out. Again, these are the lower ball joint deletes.
We're there.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, good job.
That's all she wrote.
So we flipped over the axle, and you can see that we are nice and straight right there. That was a big deal. So now we just got to really use some brute force and drive this thing home. That's where we are right now.
No.
All right, gonna take a minute. Look at Mike's exhausted. Let me tell you something. To press this,
And Mike's the only one who can pull it hard enough. So.
yeah. Mike was the heaviest guy here. So here we go. This thing was brutal absolutely brutal to drive in all the way
You
around.
want to do this with a 60?
You know, it's
Oh,
knurled,
yeah. We're just getting warmed
but
up.
we are really happy
We'll
with
heat the castings
with how
up,
that's
pop 'em
seated
in
right
the
now.
We'll use the-
The same as the top, so we got one more
Oh,
on
right.
the other side
Ours
to
go in the
do.
knuckle. Ours go in the knuckle.
Man,
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
We're ready. All right.
It'll go like, it'll feel like
I
butter.
mean, this is
How many people does it take
You're
to
talking
install ball
massive
joint deletes?
leverage right
No,
here.
oh my God.
We had to go to the big bad boy
Right in.
3/4 inch ratchet.
Yeah, this feels good when you have this type of.
You can see this
leverage.
gap closing up right here.
Gee, you never think you'd have to go.
It's
to
got to
this
go.
extent.
It's got to go another
Honestly,
3/8 of an inch.
if I was trying to do
So
this
that
by
lip will end up
myself
right
at my garage, I'd be like,
Oh, forget
my
it.
impact gun, would be all freaking.
Because, Rick, hold on. He's just going to slide over. You'll be off the table, so you don't have to reach over the table.
I'm going for
Okay, ready?
beverage.
Yeah, you'd have to clamp this down, Rick, in some way or form.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
No, it was good.
Being the owner of Cooter's shop has its advantages. I just get to stand here and hold the camera.
The camera in the glass.
American iron ball joint deletes. A little harder to install than you might think.
Yeah, boy, I think we're only part way there too. We got to get the knuckles on with the tapered studs and all the O-rings.
It's gonna seem easy for this.
Yeah, that you're looking at like 50 foot-pounds and like 80 or 85 on the lowers. Talk to me, Wild Bill.
You got about 1/8 of an inch to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's going though.
It's going nice.
Yeah, this one's going straight.
That's great.
How's that long lever working out for you?
Thank
Good?
God we have it. And it's still hard.
No, it's still making.
It's still a workout. Those freaking knurled
Three
Cups.
more pulls.
Or
What
just
kind of force is on that C-clamp?
cutting.
I know.
They're just
One
cutting
more.
right into the steel.
Well, we'll have something to talk about next
That
week
should
when
do
we're
it.
up in Vermont.
Sure? Look around.
All the way around.
Nice and tight.
Who's got the flashlight?
You want me to hit it a little ball peen relief on there?
Go ahead, Rick. One more with
Just
the.
like,
More. Little tinky tank. Okay.
Yeah, that's in.
How you like it, Mike? Can you see it good?
Who's got the flashlight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good.
Yes, yes, yes.
No flashlights? There it is.
So that, this gap
See that
doesn't
little?
matter.
No,
Okay.
no, that's our steel right there.
Gotcha.
It's the other gap,
Okay,
which
yeah.
there is no gap.
You're
It's
good.
it's all the way up. All right. Wow.
Not even on it yet.
All right.
The brackets.
Here we go. The lower's pressed in. I want to do a look at that. See how that fits nice on the shoulder right there? Look at that. See how it's pressed in flat? We'll go look at the other side. And
Realized how
not gonna lie to you, it was
we were out, and I never realized
extremely
how
difficult
I thought
to
they
press
were
these in. They're knurled.
up and down.
And in the final analysis, we were using a 3/4 inch ratchet to press these in. But they are in, and we're very happy with the fact that they're pressed in very, very level. So the next thing will be to put the studs through and the nuts and the knuckles and that whole procedure. We found the directions were very, very big, but in its essence, you end up with 2 O-rings.
This comes off.
That comes off the top. Just be very careful. So you have a thin washer and an O-ring on the bottom. On the top,
A thicker O-ring.
a thicker O-ring.
The thicker O-ring.
On the top, you have a smaller O-ring, which mates against another O-ring, okay? So you can put that back in there. Then a washer. So this goes through like this, the bottom. And then the nut goes finger tight, the very thin nut for the bottom. So that's how both sides are done. Right now we're trying to figure out the uppers, but as I said, the directions leave a lot to be desired. A little bit frustrating, quite honestly. But the stuff is going together, but it's just a little hard to interpret. So after a lot of frustration, you can see that the knuckle has started. And what you find out is there's 2 extra shims that they give you if there's a little bit of play. We're not going to use them now, but there are 2 extra shims. You can see them, one for each side.
So the larger O-ring,
Yeah.
the shim, and then put them together.
Okay, put it together.
And
So
that's extra.
we have 2 extra shims, nothing to worry about. If there's a little bit of a gap, you can use them and put them in. So we think we at least have the configuration correct for the ball joint deletes.
Hand tight.
Hand tight for now.
Top's not
All right,
is it?
we hit
No.
40. We hit 40 foot-pounds
there's
on the
50.
top and the bottom. Then we just move them to 50. Now, can you move the knuckle back and forth, Dwayne?
Yeah.
So it says in increments of 10. So now we've got 50. It says move the knuckle back and forth. Then for the final torque spec, we're going to hit 60 foot-pounds on the top and 65 on the rear. It said increments of 10. So 60 is the next one,
Yeah,
and then 65 on the lower.
finish.
It's quite a process. All right, Mike is putting 65 on the lower. So we have 60 on the upper, 65 on the lower. The thread of the stud is flush, maybe a hair over the top nut, which is what it's supposed to. And now we're gonna just move the knuckle back and forth, and that side is done.
Yeah, crow.
Okay, right.
We were hoping to work the knuckle around it, but basically the knuckles are in, the ball joint deletes are in. We followed the process. You can see here that I'm turning the knuckle, and you know, they're pretty stout. It's pretty stout. That gap that you see right there is perfectly normal. Same thing with the bottom right there. That gets covered by the boot when it's the ball joint. So now we got to take the boots off the CV joints and skewer the boots in the knuckle and put the axle shaft into the housing. Not bad though. Okay, we put the brackets in for the ABS sensors. Mike is torquing the unit bearing bolts through the knuckle at 85 foot-pounds. All three of them. Good, Mike?
Good.
All right, so this side is done, and then we'll go over to the other side. Maybe we'll put the impact gun on this and give it a little love. 36, yeah, Mike's got the gun. See how it does. And then Dwayne is working on the driver's side right here, getting this unit bearing system.
There you go.
Okay,
Good to go.
how's that knuckle feel? Not bad.
Yeah.
You got a 1/16 of an inch there. You are not hitting.
You get clearance.
Dwayne, we got clearance. We got clearance. Yup. Yep.
Center it right up.
Nice. Jeez, that's good.
Yeah, I guess it turns.
Well, it's different, you know? I mean, it's a whole different look. It's a little bit of a different feel rather than ball joints.
Should be solid.
Definitely feels it.
Should give you,
Is that okay, Dwayne?
happy motoring.
Try it like this.
You're gonna do the lugga.
Yeah, I'll make it the outside.
All right. And that in itself is probably what centered it nicely. Woo! Lugga, tight.
There's no ABS sensor on this one?
Right here. It's on this side. Hopefully it goes towards
Oh,
the
okay,
front.
all right, I'm
I hope it
looking at-
goes towards the front. I hope
Yeah.
they both goes towards the front.
That's what I'm
I'll-
just looking at this.
Yeah. You are looking at the unit bearings, the knuckles, RCV axle shafts, outer tube seals. The locker's been installed and tested along with the plunger switch. Same thing on this side. Ball joint deletes, all torqued. We've got
I'd
the
rather put that
brackets
one
for
next
the
to that one.
ABS sensors. ABS sensors in the unit bearings going towards the front of the Jeep. So pretty much did what we set out, and probably put about 100 pounds into this axle, which is kind of scary. I very carefully muscled out this Dana 44 front axle. It's much heavier now, but we had a great day today. I got to get some 80-90 oil and fill up the front diff. Basically now at this point, it's just a question of starting the reassembly. Another look at it from this side right here. Not bad. Not bad at all.